Um, just a little story I wanted to share with you. You might find it interesting. I was recently over at Universal Studios, which I go on the lot quite often. I have a friend named Ron Meyer. He's an executive at Universal. And this time I was visiting a friend of mine who's an editor for Universal. He even edits the Academy Awards. And once I got on the lot, I was trying to find his office. I didn't know where the editing bays were, or the suites. So I popped into someone's office and was asking directions of where on the lot I could find the editing facilities. So I could find my friend, who's a top editor for Universal. And in an honest way, I asked, "Hey, how do I find such and such an office?" And the gentleman sitting behind the desk, there were a lot of people running in and out, and it was very chaotic. And I felt a little uncomfortable, but I thought I'd seize the moment and simply ask for directions. To make a long story short, the gentleman sitting at the desk, for some reason, was filling in for the secretary or just sitting there behind the desk in the front, which is not normal for an executive. And he said to me, "Well, are you an actor? You look like an actor. You look like a good type. Why don't you sit down here? I'll give you directions, but I'd like to talk to you about looking for an actor for my show." Well, this was a while back, and I was making a movie, and I wasn't really into accepting a role at that time, a reoccurring role. But to make a long story short, he simply came right out and said, "You're a good type. I've never seen you around before." He didn't even know my name. But he said, "You seem like a really good type I could use on my series." And to answer his question, in all sincerity, I said, "Well, I'm doing a project right now. Can I come back in 3 weeks or a month and we'll talk about it?" And that was actually the wrong thing to do. I should have seized the moment and said, "Yeah, yeah, I'll drop everything to be on your show, your series," and it would have helped me out a lot. So I made a mistake by realizing that when opportunity knocks, to seize the moment and the opportunity for myself and take the job. And he hadn't even read me. He just liked the type I was. He liked my look, and he considered hiring me right on the spot without a casting director. He was the main man, I found out, and I won't mention his name, but he was definitely a powerful man, and he could have made that decision on the spot. So there's many stories that I've had kind of like that, where I've had opportunities and I should have probably taken them. So now I'm standing here thinking, if I would have been on that series, or the other things will happen, or movies, then it will lead to other things. So I made a mistake.